I would like to quickly point out that John the Mouse Video has a large selection of videos from North and South America for your viewing pleasure. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Now let's get into the cheese of the matter. In this video, I'll start talking about what the chemical is, some of the pros and cons, what I use to make it. I will also run through how I make it step by step. I'll leave links in the video notes if you want to dig deeper into the studies. In my closing comments, I'll go over why I use it, quickly go over some of the costs and savings. Hypochlorous acid, or HOCl, is a natural antimicrobial that is found in all humans that fight bacteria. It's nature's oldest disinfectant. Your white blood cells that are a part of your immune system makes this weak acid. That's part of the chlorine family. Mitchell Faraday was the first scientist to develop the process of electrochemical activation. This English scientist passed away in August 1867, but his work lives on. In this machine, the DC, or direct electric current, crosses a pair of electrodes, or anodes. Now, the space in between the two electrodes needs something to connect it. That's where the solution of salt and water becomes the cathode. The sodium chloride, or salt, will break down with the DC current to form new bonds needed to make hypochlorous acid in the water. Drinking water. In 1966, the Ministry of Health and Welfare of Japan officially approved drinking electrolyzed water. You can treat drinking water with it. After all, it is part of the chlorine family. Fruit vegetable wash. In the USA, the FDA has cleared electrolyzed water to be used directly on food as a no-rinse sanitizer. Hand washing. It is safe to use on your bare skin. Several hospitals in Japan use the HOCl for sterilizing and hand washing. It can actually be used to treat several skin diseases. Mouthwash. I have a link to a study down in the show notes. Indicates that HOCl solution can be used as a mouthwash or therapeutic water. Surgery. During World War I, it was used to disinfect soldiers' wounds, to prevent infection and promote wound healing. It has also been used by dentists during root canals to disinfect that hole in the gums after a tooth is extracted. Virus. They even spray HOCl directly into the eye to treat the virus that causes pink eye. I found that there are just so many viruses that it kills to list in this video. I would also point out that some of the viruses take a stronger concentration to kill the virus. Plant care. Can eliminate that visible powdery mildew on your daisy when sprayed twice a week. You have problems with other fungus? No problem. Negative. So with all these positives, why would there be any negatives? You don't want to leave it in direct sunlight. The ultraviolet light will break it down. If you don't have it lower than 6 pH, it will break down back to salt. It's best to have the pH between 4 and 6. It states it here in the manual. The test strip is an added expense, but you don't need a big piece to test it with. My history with the machine. I bought this unit back in 2019 when it was hard to find disinfectants. And the ones that you could find, they wanted an arm and a leg. I wanted to take out the middleman and get a machine to do it myself. I then came across this company with the right size machine for the home user, and I purchased one. They have no special maintenance requirements, and with regular use, they say the system can last up to 10 years. I'm coming up on 5 years with my system. After 15 to 20 gallons of sanitizer being made, it is still going strong. How I do it. I start out by adding the filtered water. If I'm making produce spray, I will fill it up to the 1 liter mark. Then add 1 gram of canning salt with their little spoon. Then I add a bit of white vinegar. You can also use the pH test strips to see what the pH balance is. Best to have the pH between 4 and 6. I will use the setting 2. It will run for 5 minutes and it generates 60 parts per million with 1 liter of water. I usually put this in a separate spray bottle and I have it marked fruit spray. I spray all the vegetables from the garden and store ones. Now for my general cleaner that I use in the truck, I will make it 200 parts per million. I fill up the machine with filtered water to the half liter mark. I will add 1 gram of canning salt and a dab of vinegar like before. That would be 1 teaspoon of distilled white vinegar at the 5% concentration level. If it's less, add more. Check with the test strip. This time I will use the setting 3. For this cycle, it will run 8 minutes and generates 200 parts per million at a half a liter of water. When I make it, I fill up a gallon jug that's labeled under the sink. Then when I need it on the truck, I fill up my spray container and take it with me. What I use it for. It's my #1 multi-purpose cleaner in the truck. I use it on all my cookware, cutting board, knife, etc. I find it useful to wash my hands because the sink isn't nearby. I also find it useful with the pressure of spray to clean my wounds when I get them. It's even great to clean up the blood afterwards. We don't want to leave any viruses around. Over the years, I have been happy with this machine. I decided to sign up for their affiliate program. So I have their link below if you want to use it. You would help this channel move forward. It is a bit of money to get started with. Just think of it as an investment, an asset, that will produce you cleaner over the years. I only use this canning salt for this machine, and I've only bought 1 box of salt. Salt will last forever, so don't worry about it expiring. You don't go through a lot of vinegar either. You could probably get by with a smaller container of vinegar, unless you use it for other stuff. Now the money savings, it's all up to you. Depends on how many different cleaning products you replace with this. I don't have to tell you how much all them little cans add up. Now for me, let's go to this other site. Now this is the place I first tried HOCl as I waited for the Eco 1 to arrive. I had pre-ordered from the company. If I would have kept ordering from Pure and Clean, they have a case of 4 gallons for $159.99. And like I stated before, I go through 5 to 6 gallons a year. So my machine has paid for itself within the first year. And another plus is, I don't have to pay for any more shipping or taxes for the product. That also adds up over time. John the Mouse Travel Map is available for Google Maps. It will help plan your route to the locations of your favorite videos. It is free to use. I have the link below. Please visit the playlist tab for videos that I have sorted for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button